What about the local church, which is the body of Christ? The local church, which is the body of Christ, will be the church, the church in your neighborhood, the church in your town, the church in your city. You see, so those Christians, they're like Philippians, the church of Philippi, that we have this letter of Philippians, is a local church. Philippians is a local church. But Philippians as a local church does not mean there was one single church in Philippi. A good number of churches were there scattered in Philippi. Some probably meeting in synagogues, some probably meeting in homes. And all of them is the local church to which Paul wrote. And you need to understand that to make Jesus your supervising authority, if you limit yourself just to your local denominational church, you have failed. Yes, begin with where you are. And where you are is your local denominational church. Let the members begin to know how to be united on the gospel as it is. And trusting Jesus. Then now you are in a local church body. According to scriptures, the real local church body of your city. How should that apply? You should look for ways to make that happen. How? Look for like-minded ministers, like-minded churches. And then you begin to engage them in a relationship. So like-minded churches across denominational walls. There are many like-minded churches. I laugh because, okay, I am a Baptist, right? Okay, in my own Baptist denomination, I'm a Baptist. There are all kinds of versions of Baptist. Now, in my own Baptist denomination, for example, there are times you may even be in the same city, but another pastor in that city is more like a Presbyterian pastor, while another pastor who is of your denomination in that same city is more like a Pentecostal pastor. Another pastor in that same city is more like some liberal pastor. Another pastor is more like a real biblical evangelical reform pastor. So you can have the same denominations with the same churches, but they are far apart. And then you may see a pastor of a different denomination and another church of a different denomination, whatever their name is, and you can discover that, hey, we see every aspect of the gospel like we see it the same. And we all have this passion for our Christians to know this and to stand on this. What will happen? Relate with them. So that you can bring your Christians together. You can bring your elders together. You can have time when you do stuff together. And let your Christians together know that we are coming together because we hold to this about the gospel. We stand on this for the gospel. And we'll stand for you when it comes to the gospel like this. That way, guess what will be happening? It will be a process of massaging in the heart of your Christians what true unity really is, because you can go across the board and you can meet together just for the sake of the gospel, and to emphasize that both pastors from different churches are going to come behind every Christian of whatever the churches are and help them out, to stand with them, to provide them lessons and teaching so they can stand firm on the teaching of being united on the gospel, on every aspect of the gospel. So that if there is any threat to the doctrine of the gospel in your city, coming by TV, coming by social media, coming by people present in your city, then you have these churches that come together and face it. Know how to teach their members, know how to fence spiritually their churches so those teachings don't penetrate. It's not anybody standing by themselves and doing it. Now, I know another challenge here practically would be that depending on your denomination, they may not want you to just go ahead and start working with churches of another denomination without their express permission. In some other places, there is not a problem. But if there's such a limitation in your own setting, work with the limitation. Not like that limitation should stop you. Respectfully work with your denomination to see why you want to work with the other churches so that they discover it's about the gospel. You are not leaving the denomination at all. You are working for this clearly. Work with your denominations and then you work together. If your denominations don't want you to work, you will make a choice whether Jesus is going to be your supervising authority, you and your church, or your denomination will. Okay? You will make that choice. A difficult choice, but you'll have to decide who is Lord, your denomination or your church. But again, like I said, walk humbly, walk respectfully, walk wisely, make your points.